Hey y'all, this is the Twin Rivers Music Scene podcast with your host Madison
and Reed. We're here to highlight local and upcoming musicians in and around New Braunfels, Texas.
We believe the Texas and Americana music scene is what truly makes this town special, and we are so excited to provide a platform for y'all to hear straight from the artists themselves.
We hope y'all enjoy the Twin Rivers Music Scene podcast and stay tuned for more interviews posted every other Friday.
No venue too far, any song at every bar. Here to cover your needs. Twin Rivers Music Scene.
Our next guest is a rising star in the Texas country music scene, known for his smooth vocals, heartfelt lyrics, and undeniable stage presence. He has been establishing his place in the scene with a sound that blends traditional country roots with a modern flair. His music resonates with the essence of the Texas experience, faith, family, love, and the open road, and has earned him recognition as one of the genre's most promising voices. With multiple charting singles, energetic live shows, and a growing fan base, he has quickly become one of the standout artists in the Texas country music scene. Whether performing on stage with his band or sharing heartfelt songs, he always delivers music that is genuine and unforgettable. We are excited to introduce Matt Castillo to the Twin Rivers Music Scene podcast.
Hello.
Isn't she the best at those?
Wow.
Those
Was
intros.
that, did my team send that, or was that
No,
all you?
I made it up.
Dang, that's great.
I do research.
Dude.
Do you see plagiarized parts in it? Like some
No,
word
not
for
at
word?
all.
Well, I
It
obviously
was
look
really
up.
good. I was
Yeah.
like, man, okay, that's great.
I mean, I obviously look at your website,
Yeah.
bio, and, you know, what
did
other
awesome.
people
That's
say
awesome.
about you,
That's
and then
like
you
the
put
best.
it together.
That's like I'm gonna use that for my bio.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Just send it.
update. I'm gonna update my bio with that stuff. That's good.
No,
If only
Thank
an
you, ladies.
Instagram bio could be that long. You can just have all of it in there.
Just can put that in my Instagram handle right there. Just-
Right? Just
we
put
are.
it there.
Thank
That's
you
all
for-
people need to know.
Yeah.
Well, it's
The-
good to see you again. We saw you
Yes.
a couple weeks ago, but thanks for coming to Riley's to get on the podcast.
Yeah, I wanted to do this for a good while, so thank y'all for the invite. It's really cool. So we had a little bit of it on the bus when we played Green Hall, but now we get to do it here, and no time frame or anything. I don't know. So
Exactly. We can just
whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. And thanks for
Cool.
using us as your Lone River models, too. We
Oh.
saw the pictures the other day. They turned out great.
Listen, we've had this discussion. Y'all saved my butt because, anyways, yeah, y'all saved it, and some people couldn't make it to the show in Spring, Texas, and I had a feeling. I just had like a weird feeling. I was like, you know what? I just told Chris, the photographer guy, so we're gonna ask the Twin River girls if they can help us out. And you guys came in clutch, and it worked out really well. And then we went to Spring to go play that show, and people had to the two people that won ended up having to cancel. And I was like, if I would have relied just on that, it would have been bad. So you guys, plus y'all guys, look.
We were the winners.
Yeah, definitely the winners.
winners.
So it was meant to be, the way I see it.
I'm like, if anybody out there needs Reed and I to get any sponsorships, y'all just give us a holler.
I know. It's
okay?
like it makes us look so official.
They are naturals.
Yeah.
So it works out great.
In the wise words of Matt Castillo, hire us because we're naturals behind the camera.
That's true.
Even though
We're
we had
like,
no idea
didn't-
what we were doing.
Oh, we
I
had no
endorse
idea.
Yeah.
Twin Rivers.
Thank you so much. Okay,
Welcome.
so you just played at Brewster Street.
Yes.
That was your first time there. How
yeah,
did it
that was
go?
our first time there. First time headlining, first time doing it on our own. Years back, we would open up for somebody, or it would always just end up being some sort of like different event, like a biker fest, and we would play, but it would just be the room for Brewster. It wasn't really them. So it was good. It was a fun time. The first time in there. I get a lot of radio play out there. Shout out to Austin Daniels, 97.5. But never really played, so we finally went back, you know? And so it was fun. Funny story. We played around the area like Post OG and stuff, but Brewster's always been one of those deals because all of our idols have gone and played there. You know, Randy, Wade. I would remember going to college and watching Hold My Beer and Watch This, and then driving back home to Edinburgh, Texas, which was like 2.5 hours. Wake up in the morning and go to class and be like, damn, you know, it was a great time. But But yeah, that's kind of one of my memories. And then I did the same thing. They played like the parking lot deal, and I drove up right after class and went to go see the boys, Wade and Randy, and then went back right afterwards, right after it was done.
Yeah.
You know, it was great. It's one of those cool memories of like, I've always wanted to play there. So finally got my chance. So hopefully I get to go back maybe next year sometime.
Yeah.
Were you at the original one or the one downtown?
I was at the original one.
Okay, cool.
The one that they have that's down. Well, I think the original one is downtown, and the other one is like, I don't know which one it is, but they say it's a little bit smaller.
Okay.
More of acoustic acts and stuff. But
I'm thinking of the one by the baseball park.
yeah, I believe that's the downtown one.
Oh,
I
okay,
believe.
gotcha.
Yeah, and I get confused too because if I put in the wrong address, that's probably why there weren't so many people there. They probably went to the other Brewster Street.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
it was a good crowd.
That's why.
It was funny. This lady shared my story or tagged me in a story. She goes, "Are you going to play Say It?" I go, "Always, of course." By the time we get down to Say It, she's gone. And I was like, where is this woman that wanted to say it and that's not here? You kidding me?
Yeah.
But
You
no,
took
all
too
the
long.
other fans were like, hell yeah. But it's like one of those funny things where people are like, oh, you going to play this song? So it's all part of like a set list. It's all part of the show. And you get down to the bottom and she's nowhere to be found. I'm like, where the hell is she?
Like I told you to
Hey,
wait for
boom,
it.
she gone.
Did you message her and be like, what the heck?
No, I'm not going to do that. But I was tempted to be like, hey, so did you hear your song? And
Yeah.
She would have been like, yeah.
Maybe
Not
she just
me.
listened
No.
to that.
No, I think she took off. I think she took off. She probably had to go line dance or something. I don't know.
As one does, you know, on the daily.
What are your thoughts on Corpus Christi outside of Brewster Street? Are you a fan? Did you like grow up going down the coast down there? Or?
You know, being close to South Padre Island, we always went over there in the valley. But Corpus was always like a place where we would go hang out. That's where I kind of got not my start, but it was one of the first cities that I got to branch out to from Edinburgh. We would go play out there. We would go to Robstown. We would go to Corpus, and I had a few fraternity brothers out there that would take good care of us, give us a place to stay and rest our head while we were duking it out in the venues and getting paid nothing. And so they believed in me and my boys that were with me. And so Corpus has a special place for me in my heart when it comes down to that city. And knowing that I get a lot of airplay out there, it really makes me like, okay, I need to go play more. And we've been trying to, but you know, things get in the way or too many people want to play there. But now that I got my foot in the door, I hope that we can have a continued relationship with Corpus more on the live entertainment side of things. So, but I like Corpus a lot. Yeah.
How is it like headlining a venue that you haven't performed at before? Do you get more nervous? Are you more excited?
No, I get excited, but the nervous part is how much, you know, advertisement was run for that show. You know, are the real fans going to show up? And because we went to go play the Oyster Fest, just right outside of Corpus, and we had a great turnout. And then we go play in Corpus on a Thursday. So it's always weird because like when you're up and coming in the new, like I've been doing this for a while, but again, you start in a new scene, you start all over again because sometimes it takes a while. So you wonder like, okay, are the fans going to show up? How many people are there? You go look at your analytics, you know, you go to like Instagram and Facebook and Spotify and you look at all the numbers and you're like, okay, Corpus is like number 3. Okay, but out of those, you know, a couple of 500 people, how many can we bring to the show? And it's a Thursday. It's not a weekend. You know, all these factors come into play, but those are the things I overthink about a lot. And then I think about ticket price. Like, okay, if I've never played in this town, I want to make sure that it could be lucrative enough to save your dollar and save your pocket. But when tickets are $27, like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Right? It should be between like early bird special 10, then tickets go on sale officially at 15 and then 20 at the door. Allow the ability to work with the artist to work it out with the fans. You know, they're also going to drink beer, and beer's probably not that, you know, not cheap. You know, they're probably going to eat food. You know, so there's a lot of factors you think about when you work with a venue like that. But yeah, I was a little nervous, but I was excited to play there. Everything worked out well. The hospitality was awesome, and so yeah, it was great. So yes, I do get a little nervous leading up to the show because you want to build up your arrival. But once you're there, you can't do anything about it. It's out of your control. So you might as well just have a great time and honky tonk. So that's what we did. So it was fun.
Nice.
The people that were there mattered, and the people that were there had been to like Green Hall. They've gone to Post OG. They've gone to Salado. They've gone to Austin. They've gone to Bucks. They've been to Happy Cow. They've been to all these places. So they're like my good supporters, and like there was about, I don't know, 40 plus, I guess, but it was just one of those first timer deals. So,
and like you said, the quality of people there that like have been following you and supporting you means more than just like quantity at times.
Oh,
too.
100%, because we created a memory together. Like I told them, this is our bucket list. This is our memory now. So like you are a part of it. You guys wanted to be part of my first timer, my first time places. You can carry that with you forever. So take pictures, save videos, because the moment we make it and we come back and there's a bunch of people, you can say, I saw Matt when, he was Matt, or, whatever. Like, it's cool memories. I like making memories with fans, and having that we can talk about at the merch booth or meet and greet. We can talk about those times and remember them. I remember I played, I forgot, Hanks in McKinney, Texas, and a long time ago. And only 10 people showed up, and I played for the door. The tickets were $10, so I only made $100, and I had to pay my guys out of pocket. I lost bad, so bad. I lost on the hotels. I lost on paying my guys, but the people that were there still follow me today, and they showed up at Plano a couple of weeks ago, and we always share that memory together. So it's like, I think everything happens for a reason. I think it's all part of the way it's supposed to go. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's a struggle, but it's a fun one along the way to look back on it and be like, oh yeah, that was pretty funny. At the time it wasn't funny, but now you're like, oh, that's,
now you can look
back and be like, that was cool.
Have you had a show that you maybe weren't, when you're going into it, you're like, I don't know how many people are going to show up, it probably won't be that many, but then you were pleasantly surprised, like, dang, this was a great turnout?
Yeah, we've had a few of those. I remember there was a venue called Gringo's Ice House that opened up like 2 years ago, I think, and it was my first headlining deal, and I forgot what day it landed on. And I think I was either in Tucson or Phoenix shooting some content for the album Pushing Borders, and I flew in, and I think we had like 350, 400 people there.
That's awesome.
And I was like, are you kidding me? And then, you look at the check and you're like, oh my God, that's how we can feed the band and the team and keep the wheels rolling. You know what I mean? So it was one of those, I was so blessed. I was like, wow, that's great. I even think like Cheatham Street too, like going in, you were like, man, are we going to have a big crowd? And they show up and it's like, wow. And my crowd's a dancing crowd. So Cheatham kind of opens up the dance floor for people to dance and stuff. That's who I am right now, I guess. But eventually I want people like right up in the front, fans, like just kind of get in there and shaking their hand and stuff. But I love to see them dance. But Cheatham was also one of those where I was like, oh snap. Okay. And we're trying to do it again October 3rd when we go back and headline again. So I'm just telling all my friends and all these people out there to come and check us out. It's a good show. It's a really good show.
Okay, I want to go back a little bit. When did you decide that you wanted to pursue music professionally? Like, when was that moment that you chose to do that?
Oh, man. Well, growing up as a kid, I've always wanted to be a country singer, right? I just didn't know what that entailed. But I would always, as a little kid, your imagination, goes and has fun. And I remember asking God, I want to be a country singer, make me a country singer. And I would say it like 100 times, and then life happens and you have to get your education and things kind of put on the back burner. Then you find country music, and then you find Texas country music, and then you start playing it. Picked up my guitar when I was a sophomore in high school and learning all the covers of my favorite country artists. But I got kicked out of college and I moved up to Austin, and I went to ACC and found Texas country and found the Randy Rogers Band and Wade Bone and Stoney and Jason Boland and all those guys. And so I went back when I got my grades back up at ACC. I went back down to the University of Texas Pan American, and I had to get a degree in something, so I did kinesiology. So the whole point was I met a girl who was my athletic trainer, who was like my boss, I guess. And so her name was Allie Davila. And so she knew a friend of hers who was a drummer the drummer knew a guitar player. So we kind of just started that, right? And then we needed to find a bass player. So one of the student trainers like, I have a buddy. And I was like, he plays Johnny Cash. I go, that's good enough. So in the training room, like, you're like, all right, well, tell him to show up at this time at my house. So we got our band together. It was a 4-piece band. And so then we started all the connections that I had made in Austin. We would kind of travel, see how we like it. And so once I graduated, I realized I waited about 2 years before I really took the leap of faith. But I was a substitute teacher, and then I was refereeing basketball games and flag football games, and then touring on the weekends and just doing that. And then all of a sudden I was like, man, I really need to take this leap of faith. It's a little scary. How am I going to pay my bills? I got to have X amount of shows. It was really business oriented. I love the music side. And so I think in 2018, 17, 18, I really buckled down and then just took that leap of faith. It was right after my album Still Sane with my previous band, because I used to be Matt and the Herdsmen, but now just Matt Castillo. My band kind of all fizzled out, and they kind of got adult jobs and whatnot. I love them to this day because they've helped me get to where I'm at. But I think it was 2017, 18 that I was like, I'm really going to do this. And I did, and it was really hard because you had to wake up in the morning and figure out the tour. I didn't have a booking agent at the time, so I had to go out and find out where all these booking agents are and then how much I need to make. And then I had a beat down white van that broke down. It didn't really have any air con. The radio, it didn't have a radio. I remember one time we went to San Antonio to go we were going to play Happy Cow. Mm-hmm. And we stopped in La Cantera Mall to go have lunch. And we parked out there. We weren't going to be with those nice expensive cars. Well, it ended up getting broken into.
No.
And so it got broken into, and they stole a bunch of stuff. And I called John. I said, hey, John, our car just got broken into, our van. I don't know if we're going to make it. I don't know what we're going to do. He goes, dude, I'll go get you. What do you need? I'll find what you need. And so John has been a blessing to me. So we ended up doing the show, but everybody was in their weird little state. It was funny. Everybody's parents came up for that show.
Like the band's parents?
That's cute.
Yeah. That's
no, it wasn't, because our car got broken into. And what did they go do? They go run to their parents and tell Mom, my car got made down, but they stole blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I feel for them.
What all did they take?
I think they took my bass player's laptop, and he was in college for I think he was doing his master's, or he had I felt bad for him. And
that's part of it.
They stole some stuff, and they hung it over my head. I'm like,
it's not
Did
your
you not
fault.
lock the car?
Dude, it was locked, but it was a beat up E350 van. Anyways, they go running and crying and shit, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, dude. What do you want me to do? It's just what road is,
Yeah.
They beat up the ignition part. They jacked all that. All this. It was.
Did they try to steal it?
Yeah,
too?
they tried to steal it, but I don't know what happened.
So you came back and you're like, whoa, what just happened here?
What is missing? Luckily they didn't take a lot, because it's almost like a death trap in there too, by the way. But anyways, everybody was down. I'm like, I get it, guys. I've had my stuff broken into. It sucks. It's you feel violated, right? But we got a show to
don't
play.
worry, this has happened to me multiple times. Don't worry about
And
it.
We're
so-
laughing about it, and Matt's reliving trauma right now.
It's funny now.
It's funny now, but I mean, it was so weird because everybody's parents were up here, and they're like,
And you're the ringleader, obviously.
yeah,
you're the
they're
singer,
looking at
"Your
me
fault."
like it's my fault. I'm like, kinda, but everybody agreed to park here.
Yeah.
Everybody agreed to come eat here. Everybody agreed to this. This is instead
Was
of
the
being
meal worth
it's
it? Where'd y'all go?
hell, I don't know.
Because if you went somewhere that was shitty, and you're like, oh, we had shitty food and our van got
I would hate
stuck
that.
into.
That would be
Look,
so
I'm not
sad.
picky with food,
Yeah.
but man, if it's a bad experience, I'm just I'll flip tables or something. Get me out of here.
It's they give you food poisoning, you come out, your
But,
car's broken in.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
it
whole
was
thing.
and then having to manage a band, because we didn't
Yeah.
have a manager, we didn't have anything, so it was a lot to take on, but we did it. My goal was you do your taxes. I know everybody's gonna think it's stupid and whatever. You have to. It's like a business, music business.
Mm-hmm.
So when you do your taxes, you're like, that's all I made, and then you're like, okay, well, I want to up that by 20% next year. What do I got to do? I got to work harder.
Yeah.
So it's like having those goals. I strive to make money. I strive to make Mac Castillo Music, LLC, a organization worth respect. So I'd make a bunch of money, and like, where did it all go?
Yeah.
You know, records,
We feel
advertisement. Anyways, so going all in was fun, but a little scary. But once you get a hold of it and you have your goals and whatever, it gets figured out pretty easily.
So when you're building your team too, like what do you look for in like a tour manager, bandmates?
I think at the end of the day, I've always said this. As a musician, you could be, I hate to put like a number on it, but to make sense, like you could be like a 7, like average, 7,
It's above average.
like plain player.
Yeah.
But your attitude's a 10. Your person that you are is a 10. I'd rather have somebody on the road that's a 10 or like a 9 or whatever, because you can always build up to your ability to play.
Yeah.
Like if you like sit down and really focus, you can go from like a 7 to a 9 or a 10. You can be like, it's what you want. And I look for things like that where you can see potential in people because they see potential in you. So it's a two-way street. And the band that I have now, they're awesome. They're amazing. They're big-hearted people. They're all 10s in my book when it comes down to personality and how we all get along. And we do respect each other a lot. I respect them wholeheartedly. I think they bring something special to the table, and there's days that before we hit the stage, we change up the set list, but I get their feedback. I want them to be part of the show. And yes, they're playing it like the record, but they are also very deserving of having that spotlight to shine. And they're awesome. And we're always growing in our ability to be better musicians and be better for the road. Because if we get the calling to go out and go tour with a bigger band, I think we're capable of it. I think we have the attitude and the ability and the talent to do it. But when you look at bringing on people, you look at that, and so we're in a transition with a guitar player, and so we're looking for things like that. Like, can you play it like the record? Are you a good hang? Can you respect boundaries and be able to show up and do the work and leaving your ego at home? And
how will you handle getting your car broken into?
Yeah, how you handle that? When things go south, can
Yeah.
you still bounce back? If things go off on stage, can you bounce back? So just things like that. But before I was like, oh, just take whoever, and then you end up realizing it doesn't work out. Too many egos, too many chiefs in the kitchen.
Well, you're like
Or
spending
chefs.
so much time with them off the stage, like on the road, just like rehearsals and everything. So like you said, you want their personality and like the vibe that they give you when you're hanging out with them to be great and be friendly and everything.
Yeah.
We could do like a little, since we don't know many of your bandmates very well, we could do a little like who in your band is most likely to, little questionnaire if you want to do
Sure,
that.
yeah. If you guys
Go ahead,
want.
Reed.
I'm going to make them up on the spot.
You make them up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who in your band would be most likely to like try to get a girl's number that he sees in the crowd after the show? And you can't say you.
No,
What if
no, not me. No, it had to be my drummer. I think he's a single man. He's funny.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Oklahoma and we were in Norman. We played this pregame deal. And at night we kind of let loose because we never really get to let loose. We never play a show like at 3:00, right? So we go out, and he is the most funniest guy. And so I'm like, why isn't there a girl talking to this guy? Like, he is just so lighthearted and funny. Like, not that if I was a girl, but
You're like,
He's like, I have a crush on him.
Yeah.
He's like, that girl's pretty. And I was like, well, yeah, go try your biggest pickup line. But I think it would have to be my drummer.
And what's his name?
His name, we call him BH.
DH.
BH.
Oh, BH.
Yeah, Byron
Okay,
Hall.
I have one. Most likely to show up late to like the bus time.
That would be my bass player, Mike Espinosa. He's always something. And then he takes a picture. I'm behind a car. I'll be there like in 5 minutes.
Oh, he like sends you proof.
Yeah.
I do that to my dad when I'm going
And
to work.
I'm like, okay. I'll allow it. Yeah. Yeah, he's the only one that's typically late, but for good reason, I guess. I'm like, did you leave earlier? He was like, bro, my dryer wasn't drying my clothes.
Why don't you tell him an earlier time? So then.
Well, he's the one that makes the time because he's also the tour manager. But
So
Okay,
he
well,
has the
that's the
right to. If he's
problem.
a TM, he's like, I can show up a little bit late, I guess.
Yeah, and there's time, and then but once we're back on the road, we make up for the time.
Just
we
speed
don't.
a little
yeah,
bit.
I'm like, guys, we only got like 5 minutes at this gas station. Get what you need and go.
Yeah.
And so we'll make up for time. But yeah, he's usually the guy.
Who's most likely to be on aux when y'all are in the car together?
That'll be me.
Okay.
Yeah,
What are you playing?
everything under the sun, but mostly like 90s country or a podcast or
The Twin Rivers podcast?
yeah. I had to
I'll be
get. I
playing
had
this one in a
to.
couple weeks.
I had to prepare myself for this podcast. But or I'm listening to all the songs that I want to put on my next project, and I'm listening, to 40 songs, 50 songs over and over and over, see if I like them, love them. But then when the guys get on, whoever's driving gets the aux. Like
Okay.
that's, if you're driving, I want you to feel comfortable. I want you can play whatever. And so yeah, whoever's driving gets the aux. We don't
That's
complain.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch it up.
Yeah. That's a good.
Because you were talking about listening to a bunch of 40 songs. So are these songs that you're getting pitched for, or songs that you've already recorded that you're wanting to put on the album?
Yeah, it's a combination of both, like songs
Okay.
that I've written or co-written, and songs that were pitched to me outside pitches, and I have them in a Dropbox folder. I think I'm at like 60, 70 songs right now. And so yeah, I'm just listening to them as much as I can. I'm gonna try to find that folder.
I want to know what like the pitching process is for artists, because I know sometimes, a lot of artists use songs that people have written for them.
Yeah,
And then they also have changed them up, I've heard.
I'm at 70 songs.
70 songs.
70,
Wow.
about to be 71. I haven't laid down a few tracks that demos or rough mixes or whatever, work tapes. So that's gonna go up because I have a few more trips to Nashville, and so hopefully I can get to 100 songs, whether it be I written them or co-written. So, but usually the way it works is Nashville likes artists that can it's open to outside songs, because you want the best song to win, right? So go up to the publishers or go up to the Universal or Sony, or you'd start building relationships and say, hey, look, I'm looking for outside songs that meet this requirement. It needs to be up tempo, it needs to be this, it needs to be that. And they'll be like, okay, well, we'll send you a link of songs that you can listen to, and whatever you like, just let us know. We can either eventually move to the next step and put them on hold, or just let us know, and we won't try to pitch them to anybody. So that's kind of how it works. But you still want to write, but may the best song win. And if it ain't yours, it ain't yours. Like, it's okay.
So how long do you have to make that decision if somebody pitches you a song? Like forever? If like you hold that song?
Well, you want to be mindful. So you want to go in with the timing. Like, I want to go record my first couple of songs at the end of December. So if it's one of the songs that was pitched to me, then I would email or call whoever the person was that pitched it and say, hey, listen, we're going to go in the studio in a few weeks. I need to get the licensing for that song because I want to go in and go cut it. And they're going to be like, oh, yeah, great. Yeah, we'll get it for you. They'll do all the paperwork, send it over to you. So when you get in the studio, you can record it, because it defeats the purpose of getting into the studio, recording that song, and then you don't get the license. So you just wasted money on recording something that you're not going to get to put out. So it's a lot of inner working things, again, the business side of it, to get the best song. But they are very open to that. And as much as I love writing my songs and co-writing them, I want to have the best opportunity to success for not only me, but for my band to get to that next level, So whatever that is, if it's a song that I didn't write that helped us get recognition and visibility and streams and puts food on the table, then let's do it. I'm not gonna go cut something that's like poppy or achy breaky heart, or it has to meet like my standard too.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're gonna sing it forever.
True.
That's the thing that people need to remember. Like, whatever you go cut, make sure you love it. You love it. Not because it's a pride thing or because it fits this. No, you gotta love it because you have to play it. Like all my songs, if I can go back and play all my songs, I will, because I love those songs. So that's kind of how the process works when you're working with publishers and whatnot. So
if there's a song that's pitched to you, is it also pitched to multiple other people at the same time?
There was a song that was pitched to me. It was called I think it's called Cat in the Hat. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, little interesting deal. But I was like, oh, I'll wait. And then a buddy, his name is Sanders, he just released it.
Okay, so he kind of like, so only one person can obviously get like the licensing for it. So sometimes it's kind of a race to be able to do that.
Kind of, sort of, but you
okay.
really don't know because nobody really talks to each other about
Until
what songs till it comes out.
Okay.
I think there was one that I really liked, and I believe it was a real country song. Like, it was really country. And I liked it, and I told the lady, hey, I think I want to put this one there. He goes, well, you can't because Kane Brown and Brad Paisley already released it. And I was like, well, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like, not even gonna try about that.
Yeah.
But they changed up the lyrics. I mean, it really was traditional country, guys, I promise. Like, just because Kane Brown cut it with Brad didn't mean it was like pop. It was country. But they changed it up to make it Kane Brown. But if you would have gone to the studio with the production, it would have been straight up 90s country vibe, traditional country, but like things like that. So you have to be like very careful. But there's some that, like, if you hear like a work tape, you're like, okay, I highly doubt it's been pitched, but that's okay. Like, even if my songs were pitched and somebody big picks it up, I would still release it because I can.
Yeah.
But letting them having that recognition, like Blake Shelton or Tim McGraw or whoever were to cut a honky tonk song, hell yeah, I'd ride that wave. That's mailbox money, but we're not there yet. But
so are they pitching you like just straight lyrics, or sometimes you said like a work tape, like there's a band behind it?
There's so when they everything that they pitched you, it's either a work tape of that person and the guitar or an actual demo with a full band production behind it, just so you can kind of have the idea. But then you can take that idea and then take it to when you go produce your next record or the studio, and then you can make it yours.
Gotcha.
It's real simple to kind of do that. So we don't really like die on that hill what they send us. We just figure out what fits best for whoever you're producing or whatever I'm producing. And we're like, okay, I think this is going to work better. Like, there was one song that Chris Stapleton and Sean Camp wrote called Giving Mama Reasons to Pray. And it's like a heartfelt, badass song. Well, all it is just a work tape, and you can hear one of the guys' phone buzz. You have like those flip phones because it's that kind of dated.
Yeah.
He's singing over the work tape, and but then come to find out, Tracy Lawrence cut it.
Oh.
And so he cut it years ago, but he can still go cut it now. But I think Tracy Lawrence's version is very pretty. And this one, Giving Mama Reasons to Pray, for me would be a little bit more like emotional, deeper, a little bit more raw kind of thing. But I just got to, you got to go find out who the publisher is, find those things out. But now that it's out in the open, by the way, you don't really have to get permission from the publisher because it's already out for public. So you just go get the license for that song, and then you can go. So it goes directly to them.
Okay, so that's how people, I guess, record covers.
Yeah.
Okay,
that
makes sense.
So you just go find who the licensing is for that cover, and then you just go pay, a certain amount of money to get the license to use it, so you can get approved, and then what's it out. But you don't get the royalties though. They do. You just get the recognition too.
You just get to sing the song.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what's a song that you've recorded that's the most personal to you?
How the River Flows. I wrote that for my grandpa's that's in South Texas, and my grandpa that's in Austin, and also my uncle that helped raise me, and just kind of the back and forth of like what the Valley taught me as a kid and what my grandpa up here taught me as living up here, because living in Austin, living in the Valley, I was there for school. Right. And so when school was done, I'd come up to Austin for all the holidays. Every time I was off, I would come up here and spend time with my grandpa, or go visit him. And, he'd sit in a little corner couch, or he'd sit outside and we'll talk politics, which I knew nothing about, and it was just kind of that. And so it was cool. So I lost my grandpa, my dad's grandpa, I think back in like 93, 94. And then I just lost my grandpa 2 days ago. So that song I wrote not knowing, like I wanted a personal song. So that was like my most personal one. So it was kind of interesting, but I'll have that forever. And I'm glad I wrote it. And I wrote it with another guy by the name of Luke Reed. and at a songwriter retreat. And it was just kind of cool how it all, I was on the fence to release it, but my producer at the time said, you need to release it. I think you need to put it on your album. It really fits the vibe and fits what you're doing. And so, yeah, it's called How the River Flows.
And that's special. And sorry again for your grandpa passing away the other day, but that's special that you have that song to kind of dedicate to him.
Yeah, I was on my way down to Corpus, Brewster, and my mom called me and told me the news, and I had seen him the day before, and he looked peaceful and whatnot. So when I got the news, I was on the highway and I got parked and I listened to that song again. I hadn't heard it in a while, and then I just started crying, and because there's a last verse that always gets me, and it's about them, both of them, and so anybody that's ever lost a grandpa, like they're always with you. It's like it's grandpa's shadow, but it ain't mine. I know he's never far behind, alive and well in my mind, down where the river flows. And I just, bawled my eyes out. And so it was just kind of one of those things where you're like, that's why we write songs. That's why I do what I do. That's why I love my job. And, when your bank account is in the negative,
that's what gets you through.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
That's why you write songs. Like, it's to help you get through those tough times. So, but yeah, I was like, when I wrote it with Luke Reed, I was just one of those moments where I was like, I want to do something for my family. Like, I want to be honest and real, and how can I do it? And so it worked out really well. And so my grandpa lived to like 98. So he lived a good life.
That's awesome. That's really special, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of the deal. So hopefully I'll write some more stuff that's, based around, my family or my upbringing. But that was just kind of one of those moments where, we'll see what happens.
So you are off this weekend, correct? What are you doing when you're preparing to get ready to go on the road again, whether it's for a weekend or a couple weeks? Like, how do you prepare at home for that?
Well, like Mondays for me are admin days. So, go drop off, the previous weekend's checks or money at the bank account, read emails, follow up on people, get the information that I need to pass to my tour manager to advance the show that we're coming up with, like this weekend or whatever. Let's say we play Friday. I'm sending all the info that my tour manager needs on Monday to advance for that Friday show. Getting in touch with a booking agent and just get with the team. And then as days go by, Tuesday rolls around, you're just kind of like, okay, working up songs or figuring out ideas or resting your voice. Wednesday rolls around, get a little bit closer. Then we ship out the logistics of what the day sheet for what the weekend's going to look like to get the boys ready. And then we get to load in, get everything loaded up, and we head to the venue, and hopefully nothing goes wrong to get down there. But it's really, plain and simple, just dotting your I's and crossing your T's and make sure everything's checked off the books. And, just try to coordinate as best you can. So it's kind of boring, but once you get rolling, you're good.
What kind of snacks and drinks are we packing?
It's funny. When I go to like Love's or TA or Flying J or whatever, I have an idea in my mind of what I want to get, and then when I get into the store, I go blank, and I don't know what to get. Like, all right, I'll get coffee, or I'll get like some energy drinks or waters because I always got to hydrate. And then I get to the chip aisle or beef jerky aisle, and I just go blank. I'm like,
just grab whatever.
I'm just wasting time thinking about what the hell I want. So then I get in the Sprinter, and all the guys come in. They have all the badass shit, and I'm like, why did I not think you? Oh man, that happens to me every single time. I get in there, and I forget. I go blank. I'm like, what do I want? The guys are getting fucking McDonald's and Burger King and whatnot. And I'm just driving like, oh, should have gotten that. But
your stomach's like growling.
Nobody got me hash browns. I remember we were going to Oklahoma, and it was in the morning. We just got done playing Plano, and two of my guys go to McDonald's, and I was like, nobody brought me a fucking hash brown.
You're like,
Fuck.
you don't
Selfish.
didn't think of me.
And I was over here getting jacked up on coffee to get us there by a certain time. So I was like, But anyways, yeah.
Okay, I want to know what the strangest thing a fan has asked you. In like a DM or at a show?
Let's
look at the DM.
So, yeah.
Pull up your 5th DM right now in your inbox.
Let's see. And
Let's go to TikTok. This is some random lady who I do not know. I swear to God, I don't know this lady.
Are you sure?
I promise. I was like, do
Is
I
she
know
claiming to know you?
Watch, she's
know.
gonna end up in our DMs and be like, he's a liar.
this? I think I blocked her though for that reason. Oh yeah. She goes, I don't know, some girl. She goes, I really have no respect for you anymore. I was like, I don't know who you are, lady. Who are you?
So she's just like cyberbullying you.
Yeah, and that was on Monday at 11 a.m. I'm like, this is too early for this stuff.
What is she saying that you did? That
Nothing.
Do you get
That's all
bullied
she
frequently?
put. I don't know who this person is. I get weird messages
You're
on
like block immediately.
on TikTok.
TikTok's
I think
a lot of bots,
some of them are
though.
little bots. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or like scammers and stuff.
Yeah, like weird people like that. I'm just like, dude, what? in
Anything
the-
like juicy, crazy.
No, not at all, really.
No stalkers.
Yeah, we were gonna ask that. Anyone that like consistently shows up to your shows but maybe like doesn't ever say anything and just
No,
like
we
lurks.
no, thank God we don't have any of that. I think we have a really respectful crowd or fan base. I think we do have the older, how do you say it? Mature ladies that come to our shows, and they're very sweet and kind. Sometimes they'll get a little handsy, but just swat it away. No, ma'am. No.
Like this fly that's been buzzing
we
around
don't,
us the whole
we
time.
don't do those
Oh,
things
yeah.
here.
That's
Just
so
because
many.
they're stranglers doesn't mean you get to. I call my wranglers stranglers because God, I can't even bend down. I'm like,
That
Are they
happens to
starched
us.
or they're just
yeah,
tight?
they're starched and tight.
They're
So
really
like when I try to, if I drop a shot, if I drop a pick, it's done.
You just gotta bend over at the waist.
I'm getting a new one.
Yeah, just don't even try.
These stranglers, I tell you. But yeah, I hardly, thank God I don't get any weird stuff like that. I had this one guy on Instagram saying I look like a Chuck E. Cheese mouse dummy, and I was
Oh my
like,
God.
what? And I looked at his profile, and he literally looked like Chuck E. Cheese.
It's always the crazy looking ones
I was
that will
like-
make crazy insults.
I was like, buddy,
Yeah.
that's funny that you say that, because I was looking at your profile. You look exactly like the guy you're talking about.
It's
But
because
ever had,
somebody
like-
said that to him.
Yeah. Have you ever had like a fight with someone on your DMs because you're like fighting back with mean things? they're
No, I
saying?
really don't like to fight back. I just block them or delete it. But no, people have nothing better to do than to like be on the other side of the phone, just laying.
Yeah.
Like my mom said, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That's true.
But
Wise
yeah,
words.
people get real. I feel for other artists that are at a certain caliber or a certain level, and they're getting bombarded heavily.
Mm-hmm.
Like poor Miss Caitlin Butts, same for her. I love the way she approaches it, and I think as a woman, that like I love to see women like fight back.
Yeah.
You like a fighter.
Because she's or
She's like fiery.
She's iconic though.
yeah,
Yeah.
or like a Cat Hasty, same thing. I think she like people start talking stuff to her, she'll bark back.
Yeah.
And it's like, good for you, girl. Like hell yeah. But I don't get any of those yet. Thank God.
Does that make you sad?
No, I'm like, I don't want to worry about that.
That means
Not at
you
all.
made it when you have like haters and
What
bulliers.
I do
guess.
have
That's
a lot
true. When
of,
people
what I
bully
do
you.
have a lot of, and that needs to stop immediately, is fake profiles.
Of you.
Oh, of you. You're not flattered
Do they
by those?
look legit at all, or you're like anyone that's falling for this is
There's always
crazy?
something missing. There's either like a Matt.Castillo dash music or Matt Castillo together music dot whatever, right? You got to like really look at it. And there's a lot on TikTok. There's a lot on Instagram. And a lot of my friends are going to be messing with these people because I try to report them. And for some reason, like Instagram says it doesn't meet the required guidelines to be
Yeah.
about. I'm like, dude, this person's acting as me.
That's what Kyle Garrett was saying the other day.
Instagram
Yeah.
sucks about
So
that.
like one of the fake profiles reached out to my bass player who he didn't know who was my bass player. He's like, oh, thanks for the follow. I'm such a fan. And my bass player was like, dude, I go to your shows all the time. I've never missed a show. And the guy goes, oh, thanks for being a true fan. He's like, yeah. He's like, hope to see you again soon. He goes, oh, yeah. I'll see you again. It's like my bass player. He's literally on stage with me.
Yeah.
He's
That's
like,
crazy.
I see you all the time.
Did he ask him for money or anything?
No. And then another friend that's a girl, she got the same thing. She was like, oh my God, I'm such a big fan. And I was like, just fuck with him. I don't care. Like, and they fall for it. And,
Yeah.
But they're all like overseas people. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Because the way they
It's
talk,
broken English.
very
like,
broken English, or like probably British, or like, I don't know, mate, you know.
Do y'all get like Alan Jackson fake accounts all the time requesting to follow you?
No, that's only you.
No, I'm not getting,
because
like,
you fall
10
for it every
have been.
time.
No, I
There-
don't fall for them.
There's a few people that have been suckered in, and
It's
they
like
and
Alan
they
Jackson. Like,
and
okay.
sometimes like the fake profiles will comment on my real profile. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's like setting yourself up for
Yeah.
failure to be noticed.
Oh,
That is-
bless
So
them.
then I showed a picture one time of how many fake profiles I had on Instagram, and I shared it with the fan base and fans and said, "Can you go please report these people?" There at the very bottom was a Matt Castillo, like a real person. He just got caught in the crosshairs. You know, he was just sorry, bud, don't get reported.
Oh, a different Mac.
Yeah, like a real
Castillo.
legit person.
Yeah.
Who happen to have the same name, and so hopefully nobody reported that guy because he was just a bystander. Dude.
Yeah.
He just got shot along the way.
Aw, dang, just in the crossfire.
Yeah, it was just in the crosshairs, like boom. Sorry, buddy.
Your account's going down.
It's so funny.
Oh,
okay,
my-
what's like the biggest oops moment that happening on stage? Have you ever fallen, hurt yourself?
Pants split.
Shoot.
yeah. The Stranglers split in half.
No. Oh yeah. So oops moment. We were playing at Buck's backyard like a year ago or two, and it was raining outside. And there's a little steps that you go up on walking on stage, and my Lucchese's that I had on, they had like a very slick bottom, and I slipped and
What kind of fall are we talking? On your back?
Can
on
you-
your
on my
face?
side.
Can you reenact it?
On the side?
Oh no, not gonna do it. But my foot and it slipped, and I had my guitar and.
Did you
I was
fall on the guitar?
Was it a split?
No, it was one of those like, holy, thank you for the Stranglers because they saved me from going
They
further.
stopped you.
They really did. Like, and then I just,
Like, we
I
cannot
just
stretch further.
That's
so
iconic, really.
yeah, it really did help. And I was like, oh, that would have been no crap moment. That's pretty much it. I try to be like real alert, but
Totally.
yeah,
Things happen.
nothing too crazy. But except for that fall.
And no one's ever thrown anything at you on stage.
There's these older ladies in Dallas that throw bras like they just.
Do you love it?
Do you keep them? Just
I will say
kidding.
this. This one, I played at Hoots July 4th, and this lady came a little early because she had to go to the lake. She wasn't going to come to the show. And she brought me peach flavored,
Moonshine?
like fruit roll up panties.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like it was like what do you call those? Like edible
Underwear? Yeah.
Like, it was like a peach flavor.
You're
It came in a
like-
box.
Thinking it's alcohol. That's so funny. So she brought them just like as a gift?
Was
Yeah,
it
here you
in
go.
like a wrapped up package?
Yeah, it
or
was a
she
wrapped
just
up package.
Gave
Yeah.
it to
No,
you
she gave it like a wrapped up package. Like it hadn't been opened
with
yet.
a bow.
She wanted you to wear them? Or
She just said, "Here you go,
She said, "I'll see you later."
edible." Like,
Did you sign them?
no, I was like, "Hey boys, look what we got." You get
He's
hungry
like,
on
"Who
stage,
wants
just
Yeah.
That would be
Hang
crazy.
them off the mic.
hanging off the
Yeah.
mic or let leave them here. But she always jokes with me. She's a jokester, so she always tries to get a kick out of me. So, because I remember one time I was on a podcast, I was like, "Man, I wish I was, Parker and Co. and those guys, and just getting underwear and
Yeah.
So
or
she
like
said, "Here you go."
bras thrown at
Mhm.
you, right, jokingly." And then so one day she came for sound check, and two old ladies just threw their bras at us. So I was like, "Oh shit."
That's iconic.
You listen. So yeah, you
They
pay
pay
attention.
attention.
They do. So yeah.
Do you want to
Okay.
ask him the this or that?
Yes.
Get his
So
take on it?
since you love 90s country, we're going to try to find your favorite artists.
Okay.
So we're going to do like this or that. First artist that pops in your mind, you have to say it, okay?
Sure.
Here we go. Alan Jackson or Clay Walker?
Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson or Tim McGraw?
Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson or John Michael Montgomery?
Alan Jackson.
Okay. Alan Jackson or Tracy Byrd?
Alan Jackson.
Alan Jackson or Tracy Lawrence?
Damn. Those are both good. Alan Jackson. He has
Okay.
more. He has more songs I can.
All right.
Yeah.
Alan Jackson or Randy Travis?
Ooh, I like Randy.
Okay. Randy Travis or Brooks and Dunn?
Randy Travis.
Randy Travis or Garth Brooks?
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks or George Strait?
Damn. Depends. Are we talking both early? George and Garth.
Sure.
OG,
yeah, OG.
I'm gonna go with Garth.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Garth Brooks or Dwight Yoakam?
Oh. Go Garth. I love Dwight though. I love him.
All right, so Garth Brooks is the winner.
Can I say that
No.
my TikTok feed is filled with Garth Brooks like murder conspiracies? People think
Yeah.
he's like a
Wait,
serial
what?
killer. There's
Garth
a conspiracy
Brooks?
that like in every city that he's toured to on that night, someone has gone missing. Or
Yeah,
turned
it's
up
all
dead.
it's all conspiracy. It's kind of crazy, like all that. I hope but this is all early Garth. And I was driving to the Devil's Backbone yesterday, and I was listening to Dwight, and he has an acoustic record out, right? And I could have sworn there was probably like 12 tracks on that record, and I would listen to it top to bottom. But I went to go check. There was like 20 something songs on there, and I was like, wait a minute. Has this acoustic record always have had 20 something tracks on there? I blew my mind. I texted my buddy Serge. I was like, hey dude, am I going crazy here, or I don't remember this many tracks on this acoustic thing? And he was like, dude, I don't remember. I thought there was only like 12 or like 15. I was like, holy crap. But I do love me some Dwight, and I'm sad about Garth, if that is. I hope not. But the last thing you want is like the guy that you grew up watching, watching live and being like, damn, that's a badass show. Or standing in the rain in South Padre Island when he went to go play down there, my freshman year, to end up being that. But don't get me wrong, like I love George, I love Dwight, Garth. It's just, I don't know, there's something about his songs early on to a certain point of the record. Then after that, I'm like, I don't know.
Then you stop.
Yeah.
You don't condone him in his early years.
His first, I think like his first like
years.
4 albums I'd burned down as far as like listening to, and then I think after that it kind of just was like,
Once he became a serial killer,
that Chris Gaines, I was like, I don't know.
Okay, what is that? His alter ego?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I tell you what, as a kid, I was like, I'll go buy that CD. I support you.
Yeah.
And then
That's sweet.
that's what you want as fans. But yeah, Here
Who
we
knows?
are. Who
It's
knows?
just a conspiracy. Who knows?
It's all a conspiracy. There's going to be lots of them out there.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We'll make up one about you. And
Oh gosh.
hopefully
Yeah,
the
we'll
word
think of
gets
one.
around. Yeah.
And then you'll know it's from us.
Yeah. It'll be a crazy one that like in a couple months people will be like, hey, did you hear people are saying this about you? And we're like, yeah, it's true.
By the time you play at Cheatham Street, the rumor will be spread.
We have a couple weeks. We have like 1 month
just
to
want
get
people
this
to
through
be
the
like-
grapevine.
I want people to come just to see if it's true.
Yeah, see, that's how you get people to a show.
Exactly.
Okay, so what do you got coming up besides Cheatham Street?
A couple of more trips to Nashville. And then we play the Texas State Fair in Dallas
Oh, fun.
right after the UT-OU game. And then we're going to be in Grand Prairie, Texas for a little festival. And then we have a couple more dates in November. Things are running a little slow right now, but that's okay because, all about building and rebuilding what we're doing and getting ready for these songs. And then I got to go back up to Nashville for an award show. And then come back and get ready for Thanksgiving. And then go to Vegas for the NFR because we're going to be playing at the Westgate. We're headlining it on a Sunday.
Awesome.
Got to get ready for that because Texas is very far from Vegas. So we got to drive out there. But nothing but good things. Hopefully more new music to come. I have a duet that I did with Sonny Salcedo that's coming out sometime in September. So got to get ready for all the all the social media stuff and music video. And so I was blessed that he called me on that. But that's pretty much what we have going on so far. It's really hard because things are always moving really fast and you got to keep up with everything. I know I do because I don't got a manager yet or anything. So everything is internal. So I get bored sometimes and I don't want to do it and I want to procrastinate. But yeah, that's all good stuff.
Well, where can people find you on the internet, your handles on social media, so that way that they can follow you and see where your shows are?
Yeah, so everything Matt Castillo Music for social media, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. What's the other one? X. And then mattcastillomusic.com for all tour dates. And if you want us to go play in your living room or your backyard, just go to book a show and we'll come hang out with you guys. So Christmas parties are coming up. Thanksgiving, got to be thankful so you can hire us and have some shows. But Matt Castillo Music, and then mattcastillomusic.com from a website, and then Matt Castillo Music for all social media handles.
Amazing. Make sure to follow the correct Matt Castillos.
Yeah, the right one that has a check on it, and you'll know it's me. But yeah, don't fall for that stuff, y'all.
You'll know it's him by all the followers. Don't go for the 200 follower account.
Yeah, those are signs, guys. There's red flags you got to look out for, right? So sometimes I only have like 100 people. Which here's the other thing. Instagram, you should know better. Like fans that are on Instagram, I have like 26,000 people, right? And all the same people that are in the 26,000 go follow the Matt Castillo that only has 75 people. I'm like, guys, you are better than this.
Yes.
Matt, is this another fan page? No. No, I only got one right now. And I'll let y'all know if I do. But, guys, before you say follow, don't do it because then you're going to get some weird DMs.
Requests.
Oh, my gosh. But anyways, yeah, be careful out there.
Be careful out there. You've been warned. Okay, we won't feel bad for y'all if y'all fall for
You've
anything. All right. Well, thanks again for coming
Thanks
to
for
hang out
having
with
me.
us. It
Let's do
was
it
a
again.
blast, obviously. And again, this has been the Twin Rivers Music Scene Podcast with your hosts, Madison and Reed, and our guest, Matt Castillo.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
No venue too far, any song at every bar. Here to cover your needs. Twin Rivers Music Scene.